Vice President J.D. Vance has weighed in on the uproar over Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle ad, claiming the backlash is a clear sign that Democrats learned nothing from the 2024 election. According to Vance, the controversy reveals just how out of touch the left remains with average Americans, and how cultural overreactions could cost them again at the ballot box. The ad, which features Sweeney cheekily playing with the double meaning of jeans and jeans, sparked intense backlash online. Critics claimed it evoked themes of white purity and eugenics, pointing to Sweeney's blonde hair and blue eyes. The ad closes with the tagline, "Sydney Sweeney has great genes," a pun that some saw as a problematic nod to biological superiority. But for Vance and many conservatives, the outrage was yet another example of what they see as the left's obsession with identity politics and their tendency to label anything remotely traditional or attractive as offensive. "My political advice to the Democrats is continue to tell everybody who thinks Sydney Sweeney is attractive that they're a Nazi," Vance said during a podcast appearance. That appears to be their actual strategy. Vance added that the backlash highlights a deep hostility within Democratic ranks toward anything resembling traditional American life. "You have a pretty girl doing a jeans ad and they can't help but freak out," he said. "It reveals a lot more about them than it does us." He argued that Democrats, rather than learning from the 2024 election results, which saw a wave of conservative wins at local and state levels, have doubled down on what he called cultural craziness, instead of moderating their tone or policy focus. Vance said, "They're leaning into performative outrage. Greater than I actually thought that one of the lessons they might take is we're going to be less crazy," Vance continued. But no, they doubled down by attacking people as Nazis for thinking Sydney Sweeney is beautiful. "Great strategy, guys. That's how you're going to win the midterms, especially white American men." The ad itself has gone massively viral, for better or worse. In the commercial, Sweeney plays with genetic terminology and denim branding, in a lighthearted tone ending with the punchline, "My jeans are blue." But critics saw more than just fashion fun. They called it tone-deaf, coded, and racially loaded. Some even accused American Eagle of intentionally tapping into white purity aesthetics to spark controversy and clicks. Social media platforms were ablaze with debates. Some accused the brand of being racially insensitive. Others defended Sweeney, saying the criticism was baseless and amounted to projection. Even among progressives, there was disagreement over whether the ad was actually offensive or simply blown out of proportion. Vance's remarks reflect a growing Republican strategy of using culture war flashpoints to energize their base. By framing the Sweeney debate as yet another example of liberal overreach, he positions the GOP as defenders of common sense, of everyday people who are tired of being policed for their tastes. In this case, admiration for a popular actress becomes a political litmus test, and Vance believes the Democrats are failing that test badly. Greater than so much of the Democrats' political messaging is based on hostility toward normal American culture, he said, and this proves it. When a woman like Sydney Sweeney does a playful jeans ad, they don't see fun or fashion, they see fascism. That's insane. Vance's comments also touched on what he sees as a broader pattern, that Democrats often try to cancel or shame anything that doesn't align perfectly with elite progressive ideology. He believes this strategy alienates the very voters Democrats need to win over. He mocked the idea that Sydney Sweeney's physical appearance could be construed as inherently political or dangerous, saying the left's habit of projecting sinister subtext onto benign pop culture moments only weakens their credibility. Meanwhile, conservatives on social media rallied to Sweeney's defense, with many echoing Vance's argument. They praised her performance in the ad and dismissed the backlash as yet another example of woke culture eating itself. While Sweeney herself has remained mostly silent on the issue, the ad has undoubtedly succeeded in gaining attention. American Eagle has seen a spike in engagement and brand mentions. Some experts estimate the campaign has generated tens of millions in earned media value. Still, critics argue that whether intentional or not, the campaign played with visual cues and word choices that should have been more thoughtfully considered, especially in today's sensitive political climate. But that's exactly the kind of hypersensitivity Vance is pushing back against. For him, the issue isn't just about Sydney Sweeney, it's about a cultural elite that, in his view, keeps alienating regular Americans by turning every pop culture moment into a political battleground. The vice president's message was clear. If Democrats continue to see everything, including a denim as a moral crisis, they'll keep losing elections. "It's not a strategy," he said. "It's a meltdown."